we're going to do an envelope this time. So you can either make a little envelope using your envelope punch board if you have one, or you can take a small envelope. A gift size is perfect, but if you don't have one that small, you can use anything that will fit inside your book. So I'm just going to take this apart. If I tear it, that's okay, because we'll be covering up any tears. So I'm just using my knife and tear easy. As we would say at home, don't get rammy. So you can see there's some tears, like that. There's a complete tear. That's okay. So flatten it out, and we're going to get some book page. So we can use any kind of book page. We can use some of the coffee dyed stuff. Let's use some of the coffee dyed stuff. We can use some of the plain stuff. We can use other book pages from our stash. Whatever. So I'm just going to tear off the margin here. And I am going to put this all the way down here. I'll tear off the top too. So basically we're covering the entire surface of the book, or sorry, of the envelope with book page. You don't have to use big chunks. You can use smaller chunks. Of course, big chunks makes it go faster. There won't be as many parts that are overhanging. I want to make sure that I get this covering that entire envelope. I'm going to flip it over, squish it down. And where's that little piece of envelope? There we go. I want to keep this because it will help me to cut the envelope properly when it comes time. Okay. Hi, baby cat. Now you can tear these off, but I wouldn't unless it was super dry. Or you can cut them off, or you can just leave it till it's all dry. Now this piece is covered in glue. I might as well use it, right? Oh, I tore it. Let's move it down here. There we go. I'll use some of the regular stuff. I don't know what the cat's doing in here. I just fed him. I have 2 envelope ideas, so that's why I'm kind of rushing through this one. Okay. Perfect. Don't worry about inking right now. Don't worry about inking if you're not an ink person. I just want to make sure that that's on there. Might as well put it on. Okay. Put that on. See, I'm trying to avoid that fold because I don't want to fold it right on where there's paper crossing. And get some more of this darker stuff. This isn't a very good tear. That's better. Whoop, that slipped. Ugh. I don't want any white showing. Okay. I just need 2 more little pieces. Seeing if I have a big enough piece over here. Yeah. Good, good, good. All right. Now I'm going to just, well, it's still sort of damp. I'm going to practice the folds. And then I'll get my scissors and do a little trim. Okay. So I'm just going around the perimeter of the envelope. Probably better to cut it when it's dry, but we got a book to make today. Okay. Now I'll get out my distress ink and I'm just going to go over the areas where the paper has overlapped and where the fold lines are, where the edges are. Okay, you can glue this back together. And like that. Just going to define this folded edge just a little deeper. You don't have to. That's just me. All right, now we can leave it like that, or we can decorate it. I'm going to round that end. I don't like that pointy end. Okay. Oh. So I still have some of those flowers around here in my box of junk. Poison hemlock. Ooh, Queen Anne's lace. Let's do Queen Anne's lace. I'm just fussy tearing around this. I didn't have to keep the name, I just chose to. Could have torn that right off. Oh, that would be nice with a little something to offset that. Nice. This is piano paper, meant for player piano. This is great stuff for collaging. I like it. Whoa, I know what else I have. I just thought of something else. Okay. I got this stuff that Kelly gave me. Beautiful. I like it so much. Now don't be afraid not to embellish it more. You can add anything, lace. You could use colored pictures instead of these black and whites. I'm just trying to keep it really neutral. There we go. We have us an envelope. Let me look at the clock. Oh, we have time. Let me clear off the decks. Okay, the decks are cleared. So what I have here is a piece of transfer paper that has been coffee dyed. You could use a plain piece of paper if you wanted to. I'm using the transfer paper, not transfer paper, the yeah, that's what it's called, right? Oh, I can't remember. So it measures 11 3/4 by almost 9. So I'm going to cut it in half. More or less. And then I will grab a bone folder and I'm going to make an envelope out of this. So this is a length of 7 inches. So I'm going to crease that there, and then I'll go down. Oh, let's not, just a smidge more than half. This didn't actually need measuring, but we are dealing with me, so it actually does. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without measuring. So I'm going to turn this side in a smidge. Oh, it's so hard not to measure. Okay. You don't have to make, you could use a plain envelope. You could tear apart an envelope to use as a template, whatever you need to do. So I'm just going to cut these bits off. I don't know, I think we're going to be getting reruns on Masterpiece Theatre this weekend because all of the shows are done. See if I can get that a little straighter. Okay. I'm going to round some corners. You don't have to. I'm going to put these together, but I'm not going to fold it and make a sharp fold. I just want to do two at a time because sometimes this tracing paper, I said transfer paper, I meant tracing paper. Sometimes tracing paper is hard to use in a punch because it's so thin. So if we do two layers at the same time, we're in good shape. Okay, now I'm going to glue the envelope together. Yeah, I missed that altogether. Now, when that dries, that glue's not going to show. Okay. So we're just going to work on the front. Again, we're tearing paper. So I'm going to grab a piece that's not coffee dyed and a piece that is coffee dyed. And tear ruler is here. Okay. This one is really simple, so okay. So I'm going to take these two pieces and I want them to measure about a quarter of an inch shorter than the envelope. So that's about fair. All right, then I'm going to tear 1/2-inch pieces, probably 5 or 6 1/2-inch pieces, more or less. And I'm going to keep the lighter paper separate from the darker paper. And I have a feeling that in the video, the difference is very subtle. Okay, now we're going to glue some strips on, alternating between the dark and the light, and alternating between upside down and upside right. So this is a dark one, and it's going to be upside down. It doesn't matter which is which. And this one I'm going to go closer to the top. Okay, and then this one is the lighter, and this is going to be, the writing will be upside right. You can put them next to each other, but don't overlap them. Okay. Whoop. Oh, that one's upside down. I think we can get 2 more on. Possibly only 1 more. This one's much thinner. Let's do this one. Just tearing this one a little thinner. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Just going to give this a little bit of ink. I guess I didn't get the glue right to the edge there, so I'll just fix that right up. Perfect. Now I want to decorate this. I have some encyclopedia page that has a Queen Elizabeth there. Gosh, she's kind of homely, isn't she? Oh well. So again, just gonna fussy tear around this. Do I want to keep her name? I will know who she is. And maybe a piece of paper behind her. What have I got? Some darker paper. This is from that cookbook. I'm inking all of her because her page is just a little too white, and then I'll go back in and do the edges a bit. I like her. This was from an encyclopedia. Just seeing if I got anything cool in here to dress her up a bit. I like that, but it's too big. That's not the right feel at all. I like that little scrap of paper, but not gonna work. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything handy. that's wrong. I do like this rose though. Is it too late to lift up Elizabeth? Might be too late. Whoop. It is too late. Let's ink it up, see what happens. Doesn't look like I have a lot of options now that I've wrecked it. Yep. Three cheers for the desk ephemera. I'll make sure I get lots of glue on there. Now I want to make sure I get the lace on straight. Okay, all of that should go clear. All right, now you. All right, so we did 2 envelopes, and time to clear off the desk and get working on the next thing.